Hey everyone. All right, now it's time for the fun stuff. So now that you've learned how to do a line graph and a bar graph, what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to do a combination of the two using Google Sheets. So once you get to this slide, now's the perfect time to watch the how-to video. We're going to be making a combo graph for highs, dew points, and humidity. So I'm going to go to my city and weather data collection. I'm going to highlight the information that I want. Now recall, I want the high temperatures, the dew points, and the humidities. So I'm going to highlight all of that information. So I'm going to start with those first two columns, and I'm just going to highlight the stuff that I want. That's from A5 to A35 and all that jazz. So I've got my highs. I'm going to hold down Command. I'm going to highlight my dew points as well. And then, of course, I need my humidity too. So I'm going to hold down Command, Control if you're in PC land, and I'm going to highlight this entire column as well. So just like that, I have all of the data that I want. Now I'm going to go back to this insert chart. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Same thing as every other time. Now you'll see immediately this is going to pop into a line graph. Now I want a lot of these to be line graphs, but I don't want all of them to. So I'm going to use this page where it says chart type, and I'm actually going to select on this in underline. I'm going to go to combo chart. Once you highlight that, once you select that, it's going to do a combination of a bar graph and line graphs. So don't worry so far. It shows that our high temperatures are our bar graphs. That's not what we want, but we can fix that later. So don't worry about it. Again, if you need to adjust your data range, you can do that in this section here. But we're going to go to customize and we're going to take care of this view. That way it's a little bit easier to see. So I'm going to click on my series first. That's the very first thing I'm going to do because I don't want my high to be my bar graph. I want the humidity to be. I want my high because it's in degrees and my dew point because it's in degrees. I want those to be my lines. I want humidity, my percentage, to be my actual bar graph. So I'm going to click on my series and I'm going to click on this high temperature. I'm going to change the type here. It says columns. I don't want it in columns. I want it as a line. So just like that, it's that easy. I can switch it to a line. And because it's high temperatures, again, just for consistency, I'm going to make it red. That way it's similar to the other graphs that I've been using. And so I've already changed that. Now I can select my dew point. In my other graph, it was green. So I'm going to make it green here too. Again, I just want to be as consistent as possible. It's already a line chart, so I don't want to change anything there. And then I'm going to go to my humidity. It's yellow. I believe last time we made it orange. And this is the one that I want to make columns. So I'm going to do that by clicking on this types. So now my chart has been adjusted. I've got my different colors, which is wonderful. If this is not appealing to your wonderful eye, you can change this orange so it's a little more transparent. That could be a good choice for you. It sounds pretty great. Whatever. Now that we have these different types of things being measured, we really need to adjust what our axis titles are and what our axes are measuring. You can see right now that my y-axis, my vertical axis, is measuring humidity. It goes from 0 to 100, which is great for humidity. And this is my left axis, so I'm going to leave it like that. But my temperatures, they're not measured in percentages. So I actually want to measure those on my right axis. The cool thing about Google Sheets is this is really easy to do. So I'm going to go to my dew point. And instead of axis being left axis, I'm going to click on this and go right axis. You can see it automatically generates what range it thinks I should use. Now, that is where my temperature is. It's on my right axis. So I'm going to go back to my high temperature. I'm going to put that on my right axis as well. And it adjusts it for me. The cool thing about Google Sheets is it adjusts a lot of those things for you. And in this case, we're going to let it adjust it for us. Yeah, we got our right axis. We have our left axis. So now we have a lot of the data that we need. We just need to be specific about what that data is. So now's the perfect time to go up to chart and axis titles and start being more specific about what this data is indicating. So I'm going to start with my chart title. Again, I'm talking about Tower, Minnesota. I'm talking about the high temperatures, dew points, and humidity. So I'm going to have all of those in there. I'm going to bold, italicize, and I'm going to put it in the middle. Now I'm going to have my different axis titles, and you can see here it already has them for me. I have a vertical axis title and a right vertical axis title. So I can do those separately. I'm going to start with my vertical axis title. If it doesn't say right vertical axis title, that's my left. So on my left-hand side, that is going to be my humidity. So I'm going to put humidity. Oh, and it already tells me, it suggests humidity in percent, and that's exactly what I want to use. So I have that now on my left-hand side. I'm going to bold it, italicize it, yay for consistency. I'm going to do my right vertical axis next. And so that's on this side. I'm going to type in temperature. You can see it's not popping up for me, and that's okay. It's just because it's not one of my column titles. So I type in temperature. I do in parentheses my Alt 0 for degree Fahrenheit, because we always have to have what we're measuring in those parentheses. So I have my temperature in degree Fahrenheit. Bold, italicize, just like that. I have both axes labeled. I have them properly scaled. It looks fantastic. Now I'm going to go to horizontal axis. Again, just because I'm nitpicky, I don't like that colon being there for the date. I want it to just say date, and I want it to be bold and italicized so that it matches all of my other titles. So just like that, in a few short minutes, what we've done is we have created our right axis, our left axis, our horizontal axis, and we've made a combination chart. If you want to change any of your ranges, you certainly can, but you do not have to for this chart. This chart already looks pretty good. So from here, I'm going to click on my chart. I click off of it first, then I click on it so it highlights the whole thing for me nice and easily. I copy it, and then I go to paste it into my other assignment. Again, you don't want to link it. Just like that, you are a master of Google Sheets. If you have any questions, shoot me a comment, maybe a text, maybe an email. There's so many ways. Good luck, everybody.